So today we're going to be talking about the 6 things that I wish I knew as a new coach. And really, they're the things that I learned on my journey. I stepped out of the classroom and into coaching and very quickly learned some lessons along the way. And I'm going to share them with you in stories tonight. And this leads me to number 3, which is that I wish that I knew that I needed to be the one to create clarity around my role. What I discovered very quickly, and I have discovered since because I've worked at 2 different schools and I'm about to move into a 3rd school to start an instructional coaching program, is that coaching is not as commonly understood as someone might think. And when you dive deep into the coaching literature out there, you're going to find that there is very specific philosophies behind coaching. And it really is not anything like administration. But often the people who are giving you your job are administrators who have been trained in educational leadership. And so they start telling you to do things that would be administrator specific role. And one of the things that I realized through working with my administrators is that I was really responsible for defining my own role within my school community so that I could maintain a separation from the very important thing to be separate from as a coach, which is evaluation. So creating clarity around my role was a really important thing that I wish I had known that I should own. I wish I had known that I should own. Because once I realized that this was my role to create clarity for my admin and for the teachers, I was actually able to make more progress as a coach because people understood what I was doing and why I was doing it. Why is she in my classroom? Why does she want to meet with me? Those are the different things that people didn't understand. Is she an admin or not? People didn't understand those things before I started explaining them. So ultimately, what I discovered is that creating clarity around my role allowed for admin to understand how to utilize me better and for teachers to understand how I could help them better. And that's the goal, right? We want everyone to understand how we can support as coaches. And one of the things that I did to ensure that this clarity was happening was I asked for time with the faculty. I requested to have a chunk of a faculty meeting. And I said, can I have some time in the faculty meeting to introduce myself and what coaching is? And I tried to get 30 minutes at the end of a faculty meeting and talk to the teachers about what is coaching and how is it different than pretty much everything else they've ever encountered. And how is it not an administrative role and how is it not an evaluative role? That's the number one thing that I wanted to communicate during that time, but also the power of coaching. So I also tried to create a collaborative activity where teachers were actually asking each other's questions and coaching each other as a part of the meeting. I actually presented on this last year at the Simply Coaching Summit, and I have a recording for that session. So you can go and watch my session on how you kickstart your coaching with an introduction to faculty. Creating clarity around my role, it also led me to realize that I had to define my role very well. I had to put it on paper and explain what my role is. So actually, the 4th thing that I wish I knew is that I wish I had known to keep my focus on instruction.